upsets, trickery, and some memorable moments. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. As we'll see the number 10 team of the country, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the top 5 teams in this conference, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Team on the field now as it gets set to send this one away. Returner decides to field it. It's a very nice return before stepping out of bounds, puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. So the Florida Gators offense will be the first up today. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games we all look forward to every single year. But with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
Play action here on first down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Gators. No chance to catch him there.
Great job of reading and recognizing the opportunity to get the ball into space to a very skilled receiver, and he does the rest of the work. Talk about yards after the catch. This guy's one of the best in the country.
Extra point try coming now. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the LSU Tigers offense out there for their first possession. Because we know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays.
Over the middle and incomplete. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
Grab down the middle. It's Brown. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. Punt team ready to boot it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Returner decides to fair catch this. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last possession, a 1-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. And the defense make adjustments here. Now from the pistol formation. On first down, it's play action. And the pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Lagway. Makes a quick catch. Breaking free at midfield. Made after a big gain all the way to the 36. So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. A Play action. He's looking to throw. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. And they get a drive going this time. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the grab. It's Durham. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
There's the handoff. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
And now the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Breaks into the clear. He's brought down, but what a pickup on the ground.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle made it to 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so they'll take a timeout. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now the important point after attempt. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field for a very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Looking for the wideout. Oh, what a grab! And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Trying to find some room. It's Ball. As the first down is still going. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And they hand it off to the back. Tackled, but first down.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that previous play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Caught behind the line. It's Ball. The player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Looking deep to the right side. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, that's his second touchdown catch already in just the first half. you can guarantee the coach on the other side is trying to make every adjustment he can to slow this guy down.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. It's a shotgun run call. Picks up the first, looking for more. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, I know we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, a dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Takes the handoff. It's Barry. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking downfield. It's Nussmeier. Fires it to the wideout. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed. And he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back and lost some yards. Now you're behind the sticks.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Just flings it out of bounds and the pass rush closing in. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Caught over the middle. It's Ball. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. Now they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in a good position. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. Dropping back. It's Nussmeier. Short throw complete to the tight end. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
2nd down after that completion. And there's the handoff. Oh, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only is he pulled out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. We've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Takes a hit just as he lets it fly. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Kirk, all these players aware, if you can make your mark, if you can make a special moment, this kind of rivalry game, that's just remembered forever.
Chris, that's so true. I mean, I played in the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, and unfortunately, Desmond Howard had his moment where he returned the punt. We're still talking about the pose. So it's a huge opportunity for these players, but I also think the players that press, the players that try to make plays, that try to have that moment, I think that can backfire. I think you have to let the game come to you, control those emotions, and find out if you can just go out there and eventually have that moment, but let it come to you.
So second down after the incompletion. On the run, it's Jackson. Looking for the end zone, has a lane, and he could not be stopped. Touchdown, LSU. See if they can convert the point after.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw here. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Breaks free. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. The Gators come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. Some positive yards.
And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's got the first and still going. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Gators move into the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Pointer in the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Gators.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Handoff from the shotgun. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And the back gets the football. He breaks free. He's in the clear. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
That's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
The offense sets up with a first and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. Touchdown, LSU. That's how you finish a play. Point after, knocked right through. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they'll return it brought down by that coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Ball handed off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Grab behind the line. It's Clark. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. A play action, looking to throw. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5. The Gators will have to punt this one away.
Well, they finally get to the quarterback with that sack. You know, he's already thrown 2 touchdowns in his first half, so the defense really needed that small victory for many reasons.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown!
And just like that, they've erased the deficit with one incredible special teams touchdown. Just a really all-around solid job by the return team. And how about the vision of that punt return?
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He steps out at the 22. That's where the drive will begin. The Gators offense retakes the field. They want to cut into this lead before halftime. They have to work quickly now. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Moves the ball up to the 30. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
First and 10 play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Getting set. Here's second down. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Grabbed by the receiver. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. The clock is still running. Off to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Breaks free. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great hit to deny a touchdown. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Punt lands at the 6, but hits into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Love those positive yards on first and 10, and that's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Gentlemen, seems like every time Florida and LSU get together, magic happens. And halfway through this one, the sparks have been flying. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. 2 quarters to go. Time to find out who comes out on top, guys, between the Tigers and Gators.
Gators will kick it off to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the third quarter. First play of the second half is a handoff. Gets some space around the 30. They get into the ground, but an explosive running play there. That puts him over 150 yards today. Kirk, we knew he was going to be a focus coming in, but he has backed up the hype and then some.
Yeah, he sure has, Chris. I mean, all year long, he's been a dynamic playmaker. I'd argue one of the top in the entire country. And now in a rivalry game to be able to do this, boy, it says a lot about him.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the handoff. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. You make the tackle, but that line moves it inside the red zone.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
It's an out route, the catch made. They bring him down after a short gain there.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Third down play for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And out comes the field goal unit. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Single back takes the handoff. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they check him out. Second down play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Finds his man. It's Wilson. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. That's a costly penalty. Offense gets a new set of downs. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Daniels. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble now. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made on the out route. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Here's the second down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. The sure hands, it's Sturdivant. And the Gators looking to keep this drive rolling.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
That play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Sturdivant. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The completion makes it 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Here's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. And they will try out the field goal team here. He got it. The field goal's good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
How How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
Lets it go quickly. He's got his man wide open. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28. LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. The shotgun running play call. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
To the air. It's Nussmeier. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And he's down after the catch at the 12. A red zone opportunity. LSU getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Tigers! This offense cannot be stopped. The energy really building now, but they're not careful. This could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. One of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Florida offense retakes the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. Caught near the sideline. It's Wilson.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing.
Hold on a second. There's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
4th down. He's throwing for it. He's looking deep again. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this, but they just couldn't come up with the execution.
And the offense gets a chance to start with a short field. They'll run it from the gun and brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Important second down play coming up. They'll give it to the back. So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over the running back so far. So 2 runs produce nothing, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. But hold up. There's a flag in the field. That's on the defense. It's going to be a fresh set of downs. A costly special teams penalty. And here comes the offense back on the field. The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he'll be brought down. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
And they're able to get him down. And a player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or then check him out. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Return starts from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Gators hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
On the move now. Gets past the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. And the Gators line up on 1st and 10 now.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be 1st down.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
And the pass is incomplete.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot. So it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, LSU.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Finding space at the 20. Now here he goes. Past the 40, the 30, the 10. Touchdown, LSU. They are pouring it on now.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is. But it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Grab behind the line. It's Sturdivant. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
Quick throw to his receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. The freshman makes a tremendous grab there. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Catch made over the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Back to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. They look to throw it here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Looking deep to the right after all that. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down. The Gators lining up here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch on a comeback route. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up 4th and short. Well, a field goal here does them no good, so the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in the game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
With the clock running down, they're just one kneel down away from the victory. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team, dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.